Greetings from Maholic Outdoors. It's Memorial Day, and I am thankful and blessed to be able to spend time in the great outdoors, Penn's Woods, or more specifically, my woods. Turkey season is still in, and it is fun to be successful. It's fun to take part, but it's also fun to be successful. And today is one of those days where, boy, they didn't say a word, not a peep. But I guess one of the magical things with today is a new shotgun. Well, new used. Nice 10 gauge. I love a 10 gauge in the turkey woods. And I got to call this turkey in with Dad's slate call. One of the ones he used whenever we would go. And we are in the spot right here, actually. That tree, or right there, is where Dad shot a bird back in 2020. And I sat behind him. There's another forked tree over there. I just sat behind him, and I can remember Dad. I just said, Dad, just sit here, and they roost down here. And so just a great encounter this morning. And I can still, the birds kind of left when he shot. They had left, they kind of got behind us, and we actually called them back. And Dad just sat there, and they were literally, if they weren't 10 yards in front of him. But Dad just sat there, shotgun on his lap, just like not a care in the world. Here come the birds, they're gobbling, and a hen kind of gets in front of him. Dad just he just sits there with the shotgun in his lap. And he never moved. Dad never moved. I'm behind him by maybe 15 yards if I'm that far behind him. And I'm thinking, oh, what are we doing, Dad? And here comes the gobbler. And Dad just slowly picked up his shotgun and aimed it, pow! And it was, what a morning. So I guess I sit here with this turkey and just recollect and just think back to when Dad shot that bird, and you know how lucky you are to just sit and enjoy nature. The birds are singing. And after Dad had shot that bird, and I shot this bird about the same time Dad shot his, we just sat. And I think we sat and drank coffee until, we shot it at like 7 o'clock that morning. And I think we sat and drank coffee till about 11. And I remember saying to Dad, I said, Dad, it just doesn't work that way. Once they get past me, they don't come back. You can call to them as much as you want. They're on a mission. They know where they're going. And I said, I think Uncle Steve was with us today. But just a great hunt and a great morning. And to just be a part of it. Yeah, the birds never said a word this morning, not a gobble. And I saw one come through at about, it's probably 60 yards. This one is probably 40 when I shot, but it's so quiet. The birds, I take that back. The birds are singing, but it's quiet. Just with all the rain and all the foliage on, and to just be still, to just sit and enjoy and look around, and it's just peaceful. and wet. It is wet. My pant legs are wet. So, but you know what? What a great morning. Something to remember, and something just to, this is just a great spot to come and sit and think about how Dad shot his. That was he just sat there, and that bird came in, he just lifted his gun and pow. But we never, like when we would go squirrel hunting or rabbit hunting, Dad never said like, hey, that squirrel isn't big enough. It's not a 5-year-old squirrel. Don't shoot it like we do with deer today. And same with rabbits. You went rabbit hunting and you went squirrel hunting, and you didn't, sometimes I wonder if all the management gets in the way sometimes of just enjoying the hunt. Just enjoying the hunt, just going hunting. And I'll be the first one to admit I pass up a lot of things, and today was kind of a different story. Dad, I could hear his voice say, "What are you waiting for?" What are you waiting for? Shoot. So here's one to you, Dad. What a beautiful morning. The sun is finally coming out. But oh, is it foggy this morning? Everything was kind of quiet. At least the turkeys were. The birds were singing, but the turkeys didn't say much. Can't always wait for the 5-year-old squirrel, I guess. So, a beautiful bird. A prize. A trophy, in my book. But to call it in with Dad's slate call, that's pretty cool. Finished it off with a mouth call. Yeah, that's fun. Well, enjoy your Memorial Day. Summertime is approaching, and food plotting season is getting near. Yeah, just peaceful. Hey, words of wisdom from the woods and turkey woods. And when you go afield, don't forget to just go hunting and just enjoy nature for what it's worth. And every time you pull the trigger and you take a creature from the woods, you are lucky, blessed, and privileged to do so. So don't get hung up on shooting the biggest all the time. Sometimes there's more to it than just that. I think we have one more week of turkey. If you need anything for your habitat needs, reach out. Be more than glad to help. Kevin, Mahalik Outdoors.